Hi guys, welcome back to another daily tarot card. These are your daily tarot cards for Wednesday. So we're pulling from the Dragon Tarot. So we have the Knight of Pentacles, and I feel like this combination of elements, we're talking about how Shane possessed this, where it's just like safety and security, the nurture, like, you know what I mean? We were talking about with ourselves being the Emperor and the Empress, and I definitely feel that going on here, but I feel like this is holding us accountable. With the Knight of Pentacles, I feel that safety and security, but they're also talking about you ask for money to come in, the universe has blessed you with this money, and you're spending it in places that you're not supposed to be. This money should have been placed on a bill, and I understand. I totally understand there's certain things that we want. We all want that, I sit there and I window shop, but I sit there and I'm like, you know what? That money was earmarked for bills, so that has to go on bills. You know what I mean? It's like, I can afford to sit there and buy the thing, but it's just like, you know what? That's less money that I have to worry about being on debt. You know what I mean? So I feel like this is holding us accountable. This is the air that we needed right now. It's air. We have the sun in Aries and the moon in Taurus. This is our grounding force. And what do we have? Nine of Pentacles. A lot of Pentacles have been coming in lately. So specifically, they were showing for IG that there was a young lady that wanted money to come in because she had to pay this outstanding bill that was $110. So it's a beautiful purse, don't get me wrong. But at the same time, it's like, and I remember this energy when I was in my 20s. I understand that shiny thing isn't going to be there all the time. You sit there, oh, buy next time, I'll put it on the bill, we're responsible, we go back and it's gone. They're saying brings in temporary happiness. Yes, it does. It's a beautiful bag. I'm sure you will wear with good health. But you're also feeling guilty that, I should have put that money on the bill. You know what I mean? Because you got more than enough money to pay off that bill. If you were able to buy this $260 purse and the bill is $110, you know what I mean? And I feel like universe is like, you got to do it better. You got to be smarter about this, They're showing your nails are done and everything. You look great. You know what I mean? I'm not saying you don't deserve this. Absolutely, yes, you're a hard worker. But at the same time, you got to sit there and realize the universe gave you that money, and it was earmarked for that bill, and unfortunately, it did happen. So you got to do better. We have this change and transformation with death. We had this in the new moon forecast and projections. Sometimes we blame the outside forces. Oh, it's X, Y, and Z. Yes, sometimes it is. We're very generous. We help people. We don't want to see anyone suffer. But at the same time, it's like we're also held accountable. Where are you spending your money? You should be. So it's like, okay, gotta dial it back some more. Gotta do what the universe is asking us here. You ask for the money to come in to help pay off bills. Pay off your bills. The Knight of Pentacles is useful, reliable, patient, persistent, and loyal. He is cautious, but by nature, preferring evolution over revolution, but has the courage enough when it is called for. He is not a great one for spiritual quests, preferring prizes you could hold in your hand over those in your heart and soul. Happy measures of wealth may come your way, but beware reckless spending. And this is where, Spirit was telling us, be generous up to a point of self-preservation. This is very Queen of Swords, with Cersei, and it's like, you gotta be generous to a point of self-preservation. Meaning, there are people in our life that will sit there and take until you change your ways. You know what I mean? It's just like, same song and dance over and over again. Definition of insanity. They showed you who they are. I'm not saying sit there and be punishing or mean or anything like that. But the point is, it's like certain people have showed us who they are. They only sniff around when they want something. You know what I mean? So it's just like, you got to sit there and realize, you know what? Unfortunately, there was a situation that came up. My back was against the wall. Nobody was there, but two people, they helped me out. You know what I mean? The universe was showing something there, And this is where they were just like, you need to put away for a rainy day. And it's like, but I was giving people money for my rainy day fund because I felt, they were in a bad situation. And those are the ones that I thought would be there for me, So it's just like, they showed you who they are. Change, loss, uphealing, renewal. So with this change and transformation, it's growth. We go through these situations. It's not because the universe wants to punish. It's like there's parts of us that the universe loves and adores. It's like, but you got to do it for the right people. You got to sit there and say, you know what? People need to be around you for who you are, not what you can do for them. My friend's mom said that to me a long time ago, and it's always stuck with me. She's like, people need to like you for you, not what you can buy for them. You know, she told me that a long time ago. I've always held that in my heart, you know, and it's so true. And it's like the people that sit there and say you're selfish and you're X, Y, and Z. That's because that's their insecurity stalking out. You know, you work hard, you sit there, you do the right things. You know, oh, well, you're selfish because you won't buy me X, Y, and Z. Well, you're selfish because you're always asking for a hand up. You know, it's like you got to help yourself too. You can't always rely on everyone else. This card represents a creative revolution, transformation of life, probably involving the loss of friendship. And here we go. Loss of friendly family or business connections, but only as the prolong of fresh renewal phases of life. So there's a purge going on that was necessary. So just like I was saying, you may lose people because of this, because you're not sitting there and buying into their bullshit no more. Excuse my language. But you know what I mean? It's like you'll realize that when you no longer are part of this definition of insanity, you know what I mean? This one-way relationship, you're no longer useful to me. Okay. That's fine. It is what it is. You know, you want to go, go. God will replace them with someone else. In physical health, it can warn of a potential crisis if you pay no attention to warning signals. You know what I mean? And I definitely feel like, you know, this is where, you know, sometimes, you know, we got to go to work sick. Sometimes, you know what I mean? But I also feel like, you know, you need to rest too. You got to sit there and it's like, yeah, we all want to watch those shows. We want to do X, Y, and Z, but especially if you're battling a cold or something like that, it's like you need that rest. You know, myself, it's like I got a second cold, and it's just like I try to sleep on the weekend, and it's just like, you know, went to sleep, but it wasn't a restful sleep. I was up every probably half an hour. So it's just like this week, take care of myself, go to bed when I need to. I felt it in my body. It's like, you need to go. You know, I thought I was going to lay down for a nap. Didn't get back up. That's a sign to me that my body needs to heal. So it's just like, you know, yeah, we all don't want to do certain things. Like, you know, we all want to buy fun things. Like, I get where she's coming from. This is so me in my 20s. It's just like, you know, universe gave me the opportunity to make some extra money. Instead of sitting there and putting it where I was supposed to, I sat there and bought bags and fun things. Because it's nice to have fun things, right? I'm not saying she's wrong for buying the bag, but I feel like the universe is saying, like, you know, you had that money earmarked for that bill. It was outstanding. That bill should have got paid. You know what I mean? So that's where I'm coming from. If I could teach people lessons then before they make the mistakes, why wouldn't I do that? You know what I mean? I could sit there and preach to you, but it's like, you know, until you sit there and put that into action, take that knowledge and make it, you know, turn it into power, there, you know, you're just going to keep repeating cycles. But this card is more usually concerning with spiritual health and need for periodic renewal to avoid stagnation. I feel like this is where we need to ground ourselves. I feel like this is where this Pentacles energy comes in with Taurus in the sky, first Earth symbol in a while. You know, I feel like this is where they're like, you know, we got to hold ourselves accountable here. I feel like this is an opportunity for growth. Cut out the dead weight, cut out the dead things that no longer serve us. It's kind of like pruning a plant. Some of the leaves have gone dry. You know, they're no longer serving the plant. So instead of sitting there and having it on the plant and letting the nutrients go to this leaf that no longer needs it, let's take it off so the plant knows to send it to somewhere else, and the new growth will start somewhere else. You know what I mean? So it's just, you know, I feel like this is what this is all about, growth. You know, I understand her energy. You know, she got her nails done. Yeah, your nails look cute. Your purse looks great. You know, but it's like you should have sat there and put it on that $110 bill. It was outstanding. Now you're going to be stressing about that bill again. So it's just like sometimes we got to, you know, when they were talking about, you know, not really worried about the spiritual endeavors, this is practical information. where it's just like, you got this money in, you got to change the way you're spending. I understand if you had sat there and put whatever was left over and saved for the bag probably wouldn't have been there. Maybe talk to them. Listen, I really want this bag. Can we put it on layaway? You know, I walk by it all the time. Well, then sit there every time you walk by, give her $20 until the bag's paid off. You know what I mean? Showing that you're trying to pay it off. You know, I'm sure you'll, you know, they're showing maybe like babysitting jobs. I'm sure you don't want to do them, but you know what? It pays, you know, that's extra money that could go towards that bag. I get it. I understand. But sometimes it's just like, we got to sit there and put that side, that part of us aside. And it's like, I got everything I need. As much as I want this bag, it's just like, you know, this is not the time. You know, this is not the time to buy that bag. That bill should have been paid. So with the Knight of Cups is romantic, logical, generous, friendly, thoughtful, and idealistic. He inspires new adventures in both romantic and practical fields without expecting much in return. This is so much like this. I was saying, combination elements. This is so my dad. That protector, never expecting anything in return. That was so my dad. This knight is happiest when embarked upon some great spiritual quest, like one of the Holy Grail. My dad was so spiritual. This is what I love about this. It's just I had a dream last night, and I was just like, ew, why do I have these dreams? And it was just like, you know, when I pulled this Knight of Pentacles card this morning, I so felt my dad's energy around. He signals the potential of idealistic new ventures coming your way, possibly from an old friend. So we keep getting this old energy, not old energy, past energy coming back, making their way back to, you know, to us right now. You know, we were talking about there was an affair, so maybe you cheated on this person and they need to purge that energy to move forward. You know, maybe this is old friend or old family member, you know. We definitely keep getting that Six of Cups they're showing right now from Game of Thrones, where it's just like, you know, reconnecting. So, who knows? You know, but just keep your guard up. You know, don't repeat old situations. So the Four of Cups. Stagnation, discovery, and love matters could open a way for rival and lead to a separation or loss. So with this, they were showing that there was a woman, and I'm just saying from what I saw, this is not to say like, you know, he, she, they, whatever the dynamic is. She was sitting there, she was folding laundry. There was piles of laundry. She has the TV on, she's folding the laundry. I don't know if she's sick, but she has beads of sweat coming down her head. He's in the kitchen, the lights are down, and he's kind of like, you know, kind of ticked off that he's bored. And it's like, why don't you go in there, maybe pour half a glass of wine or a quarter glass of wine, watch a show together and fold the laundry together. It's like she would have more time for you if you would help her out. You know what I mean? Be grateful for what you have in your life. Realize that house, like that kitchen is immaculate. Why is it immaculate? Because she did it. You know what I mean? So she cooked. So why don't you, they were showing like ordering and takeout. Instead of having her cook all the time, you know, give her, you know, let her cook Monday through Thursday. Friday, Saturdays, you know, maybe Sunday she cooks on Sunday. But Friday, Saturday, give her time off. Maybe you cook. Teach the kids to cook. Let's make some pizzas. Everybody can do it together. I don't know if you have kids. I don't see kids. But the thing is, it's just like, what can I do to help her out? If you had to pay her for every single thing that she did, trust me, you could not afford her. You know what I mean? I don't care he, she, they. I don't care what position this person plays. But the fact that she has beads of sweat coming down her face, you know, and she's sitting there folding all that laundry, like, you know, that's why I say kids, because all that laundry that's there. It's like, go help her out. Let's watch a show together, babe. Like, can you watch this when, you know, you have some time to yourself? Let's watch a show together that you two can connect together. Instead of sitting there putting that energy to someone else, put it back into your relationship. Watch the difference it will make. You know what I mean? Some people will sit there and try. And, you know, you can only try so much in a one-ended relationship. You know what I mean? If the person isn't open to receiving or the person doesn't care, you know, what's the point? The other person's going to get tired of trying. When that person stops trying, you'll notice how quickly you change your ways. Your drawers ain't washed and in your drawer. Your socks aren't put in, you know, your clothes aren't pressed. They ain't getting up with you to, you know, to make sure you have your coffee, your bag and everything. And your car is started for you to be all nice and warm and toasty. Making sure as you back up, you know, other cars come racing down and T-bone you. You will notice the difference. You know, you sit there, oh, I'm not first. It's like, yeah, but that one's last. You don't realize, you know. You may not be first on their totem pole, but realize that they're last on that totem pole. oh, they're not together anymore? Well, maybe if you would give them some time. I'm not kidding you. At least I'm not even joking here. It looks like at least four baskets of laundry here. So it's like you realize that she's folding all that laundry. I just say she again because what I can see. But you know what I mean? Go help out. It says laying on you're leaning against the island in your kitchen. And the kitchen is immaculate. So why don't you go and help and fold the laundry and watch something together? You know? Or maybe try to get into one of her programs. It looks like The Bachelorette. I don't blame you. I wouldn't want to watch that either. No one likes being taken for granted. Are made to feel boring. That applies to your partners as much as yourself. You know, they're just as important as you. They may not get paid for the job that they do, but that job is just as important. You know, the fact that there's, 4 baskets of clean laundry that she's folding shows you that she took the time. Oh, you just press a button and the machine does the work. Yeah, but your kitchen is immaculate. The island is all cleaned off. There's no piles of dishes on there. I'm sure you had a delicious meal. You know what I mean? Even if there is a pot or pan or here and there. You didn't have to do it. She did it. You know? Got to be appreciative. Sit there. You want a wake-up call? Write down single thing she does and then look up every single price of how much that would cost you as often as she does it. And add it all up and then tell me if you're not grateful. Lucky, peace, plenty, contentment, growth. So for me, with the dream that I have, I definitely feel like this was my father's energy protecting the children with this wall. You know what I mean? So maybe, funny thing is that we were talking about, combination elements. And I was talking about how don't let bad dreams define the rest of your day. You know what I mean? Bad situations define the rest of your day. It's just like we got to make the most of every moment. I feel like this was for April 1st. And we were doing our ceremonies. I think this was Friday. So it's like, don't let people define who the rest of your day. I know some you got to take it with a grain of salt sometimes. People are just purposely spewing their insecurities on you to make you feel a certain way. You got to realize that. And I know that sounds so condescending. Not condescending, but so full of yourself to say it's not. It really is. That's exactly what it is. They're having a bad day. Oh, they have an opportunity to yell at someone. It's like, if you want to sit there and choose to be nasty to people for no reason, then that says more about you than anything. So, good fortune, material success, energies and joys, all promised by this card, as whatever you undertake is blessed. New beginnings are suggested by the children and the flowers craning for the sky. This is a good time for new partnerships in all spheres of life. So this is where I feel like some people are moving out because new people are coming in. This new growth is coming in. We're in spring, So it's just like, whatever you manifested is coming in. And I feel like this is like taking advantage of the opportunities given to you. You know what I mean? Don't sit there and push them aside. Don't sit there and kind of overlook them. You know what I mean? Don't get so full of yourself, the fact that, these manifestations are coming. Oh, I'm always blessed. Yeah, you're always blessed, but it's like, you know what? Take advantage of every single opportunity. It may not be exactly what you wanted, but it's just like, you got to still sit there and be grateful for it. This is a good time for partnerships in all spheres of life, for refreshing your spirit through simple enjoyment of good things and that are offered. Definitely. Never undervalue the good things that are offered. Be appreciative of every single thing it works out, it works out. It don't. There's nothing we can do about it. But enjoy the ride. Sit there and, the spirit has brought this in. It answers some of your manifestations. So sit there and be the best you can be. Yeah, especially her when she wanted to sit there and buy that bag and they were showing a babysitting job. I get it. They frig up your house. They frig you up, I understand. They make you sick. I understand it. But you know what? It's still money that's coming in. Be grateful for every small, big... This is the thing. You got to be grateful for every single... Even if it's trivial. Be grateful for things that come into your life. This is what manifestation is about. Not only asking for what you want, but be grateful for the things that have come in that you are now enjoying. Don't forget those things. Those things that you were once upon a time praying and begging for are now in your life. You got to be grateful for those opportunities. Pay it forward, It's, you know what I mean? This is where the universe is like, showing that appreciation, showing that gratitude, donate to a charitable cause. food bank, you know, Ukraine, whatever it is. Like, you sit there and donate to good. It doesn't matter if it's $5, $10, you know. The universe knows how much money you have. It doesn't matter what everyone else sees. The universe sees it. Be grateful for the opportunities that come in your life and sit there and put your best foot forward and try everything you can. And you know what? Some things are made for us and some things aren't. That's all you can say to yourself. Sit there and put your best foot forward. Show up every single day with a grateful heart. That's all you can do at the end of the day. But I definitely feel like this purge is not only people. I feel like there's some parts of us that we need to sit there, especially with this young lady, you know. I wish I could talk to you, but it's just like, you know, you got to sit there. And if you do watch this, please realize that, you know, you don't want to set up that pattern for the rest of your life. You got to sit there and realize that bill was more important. You know what I mean? Like I said, put on layaway, talk to the lady. You never know unless you ask. Hey, you know what? I really love that bag. Can you please put it aside for me? I'll pay every time I pass by. I'll throw something on it. You know, instead of, you know, buying, you know, coffee every single day, $7 coffee, put in a thermos. Change your spending habits. You'll have more money in your pocket than you actually realize. You know what I mean? And then you won't have to go through this no more because now you learned those valuable financial lessons. You know, so it's just like, you know, sometimes we gotta sit there and stop looking out on the outside forces. Sometimes we gotta change ourselves. That gentleman, they're holding him accountable too. You're bored because you know what? She's done everything. So you can put your feet up and you have nothing to do. Why don't you go sit with her and have a beer? And, you know, I know, you know, that show isn't the most entertaining or whatever it is, but help her fold the laundry, nonetheless. I feel like this is where, you know, what is spring about? Letting go of whatever no longer serves us. So, you know, some of the trees made it through the year, some of them haven't. Some of them will fall to the ground and replenish the earth. Some of them will grow and give the birds of the air a place to live so they can have their babies and shelter us from the sun. So it's just like, you know, everything has a purpose. So some of this, we got to sit there and prune whatever no longer serves us, you know, instead of being selfish and being like, oh, I'm bored at night. Why are you bored? Because you have nothing to do? Go help around the house, you know, give her some time. Don't you think she wish she could put her feet up and look at you and be like, oh, I'm bored? You know, she's folding laundry. I don't know if she's sweating because she's doing a lot or if she has a cold, but it's just like, you know, you need to sit there, maybe, like I said, sit there and write down every single thing she does, then Google everything that would cost you and how many times a week she does that, and see how much you would actually pay her for every single task that she does. And then sit there and tell me, oh, I'm bored. Like, come on, you know, sit there and help her out. All that laundry, you should be looking at her saying, I'm bored. You should be sitting there and you shouldn't be even contemplating that thought. Go help her out. You know, that's your household too. It's not just hers, it's your household too. So I hope you guys enjoyed these daily tarot cards for Wednesday, April the 6th, 2022. May the universe bless you good. We'll see you for the next daily tarot card. Bye.